Good afternoon, guys. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Which is better, with or without the mic? Without the mic is better? Okay. So, if I speak so loud for half an hour, 100% I don't know whether we'll get independence or not, but I'll get headache. Right? So, I humbly again request all of you, there is so much space here. Push yourself another 5 feet in the forward, so you all come close. Right? It's easier that way. Please. Yeah. And if you can't see my face, meaning you're not attending the seminar. Wherever you are, just make sure you're not seeing the hairstyle from behind of your person beside you. You're able to see my face. Can you? Yeah? Okay. Great. So I don't think we need this then. Yeah. So firstly, happy Independence Day in advance for all the Laurenites and everyone here. Happy Independence Day. So Independence Day, whatever it means for each one of us. For some of us, it means a holiday, right? Is it a holiday or no? For all, it is a holiday.
It's a holiday.
Yeah, for all, it's a holiday.
Nowadays.
Yeah, at least in nowadays, right? It's a holiday. I was thinking what to speak. Actually, Swati came and asked, "Can we have something on Independence Day?" And I was wondering what to speak on Independence Day. One is to speak about India as a country. I think we all are Indians here. We don't need to introduce India again. I don't want to talk about I dot N dot. Right? That's not India, anyways. Question is, what is Independence Day itself? And if you have to go at one level next, what can it be? What is independence in itself? The word independence, right? Yeah, we'll discuss few minutes of what was this day. And can I ask which year we got independence? 1947. So what is the difference between Republic Day and Independence Day?
Republic Day Constitution has been amended on Republic Day.
Yeah. Constitution was formulated. And which year was that?
1952.
1952? 50?
50.
Yes,
50.
you have done homework there. I can see the confidence. 1952. So what happened on 1947? What exactly happened in 1947? 1947, we declared that we are independent, and British had to accept that we are independent. That they can't anymore create laws against us. They can't anymore claim that this land belongs to them. Right? So congratulations to all of us that we are an independent nation. Right? After so many people who try to conquer. Right? There are people who belong to this place, and there are people who have come to this place. But the beauty of our country, we can call it Bharat or India, is we have always been very inclusive. That's there in our culture. Right? Atiti Devo Bhava. See, everybody told. I didn't even tell the full sentence. Right? It's there in us that we always invite others as equal to God. Because we see God in everybody. And spirituality and being an Indian cannot be decoupled. You can't decouple both these things. So what were the freedom fighters fighting for at the end of the day? Was it for a tract of land, saying that this particular land belongs to us, so British get out of here? Or were they fighting something different? A lot of us have not been told how spiritual our leaders were. Whether it is Tilak, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, or whether it is Mahatma Gandhi, or whether it is Jawaharlal Nehru, or anybody for that matter. We don't know. We have not heard, we have not seen them, and the way our textbooks have explained to us, definitely it is not complete knowledge. What were they fighting for? Were they fighting for a land, or were they fighting for something that happens on this land? Right? Something that happens on this land. And what is it that happens on this land? What are we losing when we lose this land? Culture. That's a very good answer. Yeah. Culture. Right? See, I'll take one step back and I'll go to a verse from Mahabharata. There's a verse, beautiful verse in Mahabharata, Bhishma Parva. Ahara nidra bhaya maitunam cha samanyam etat pashubir naranam dharme hi eko adhiko vishesho dharme hi hina pashu samana. We'll spend 5 minutes on this, or maybe a little more than 5 minutes. But this sets the foundation of what is independence. Ahara, can anyone tell what does it mean?
Food.
Food. Nidra,
Sleep.
bhaya,
Fear.
or protection. Both the ways you can do it. Maitunam cha, you can't guess it, sex life. Eating, sleeping,
Fear.
feeding or protecting, and having children or sex. Samanyam means what?
General.
Same.
Same.
Common. Etad pashubhir, pashu means what?
Animal.
Naranam means equal. Who is saying this? Vedavyas is saying, great scholar who has written Vedas, is saying, Ahara nidra bhaya maitunam cha samanya vedat pashubhir naranam. So animals are also doing that. So what is the big difference? Right? So let's spend 1 minute on each. Ahara. Are we all eating?
Yes.
Animals also eating?
Yes.
What is the difference? We are seeing and eating, they are smelling and eating. So they are more healthier than us. Right? You take 3 days old pav bhaji, put a little nimbu on that, decorate it with some bhujia, and we will eat. But keep that in front of a dog, it will not eat. Right? We don't know how much to eat, they know how much to eat. We don't know when to eat, they know when to eat. So in eating sector, actually animals are better than us. Whether you accept it or not. Right? Thankfully, they are not getting cancers and diabetes like we are. Maybe because of us they'll get. Because now we are also modifying their feet. Anyway, that's a different topic. So eating, ahara. Nidra. Are animals sleeping better than us? Yes or no?
Yes.
Of course. They don't have any insomnia or any such disorder hospitals around. Have you seen a dog sleeping near a construction site? On the sand?
Yeah. They make a hole.
With tongue on one side, 4 legs in the air, it is sleeping. Guys, it's sleeping. I wish we would get a sleep like that someday. Right? With our phones and with our meetings. No, we are not sleeping better than them. Protection. Bhaya. Are we doing any different protection than animals? I am doing my job. A donkey is also doing its job. Shastra is telling, with all due respect. I am a vice president animal. He is an animal. Is there a difference? There is actually no difference. Only I am thinking that I am something. I am protecting. Even a dog protects its children. Even a hen protects its eggs. Even a bird protects its nest. Right? Even an animal protects its family. No big difference. Actually, in essence, there is no difference. We are thinking that we are doing so much to protect. We need a IIT, IIM, CA, ICW to protect our family. They don't need anything. But they'll protect. A cow protects its calf. Right? Last one. Maitunamcha. Sex life. Are we capable or having better sex life than animals? Or are they same? The pleasure that you derive is same. The pleasure aspect, there is no difference. In fact, they can have more children than us. A pig has minimum 80 to 90 children in its life. Can we compete with a pig? A pigeon has, scientists have explained, 200 times sex in a day. I don't want to comment more. Right? So, ahara, nidra, bhaya, maitunamcha. 4 aspects. Animals are better than us. In what way are we better than an animal? In what way? That's a very important question that a human being should ask. Animals can't ask. Can anyone guess in what way we are better than animals?
We know the good and bad.
They also know what is good and bad.
No way we are better. In that
Hmm?
case. No way.
They also
They
think.
also think
They also think. Animals do think whether I should do, whether I should not do.
Speech.
Huh?
Speech. Talk.
Talking, they talk, they nicely talk, they bark actually.
We know what is right or wrong.
We know what is right or wrong. Then why are we getting so many disorders?
Communication.
We know, I accept that we know that what is right or wrong. Actually, this is a time for us to prove how am I better than a pig. I am a CA, dual MBA, whatever experience, job experience, and everything. Now I have to question, basic question: how am I better than animal?
They do what they do. We
Hmm?
try to do what more we can do.
They
Their
are
normal
living
life
in
is what's their life.
Yeah.
What do they do?
How are we better than them? What is that one thing that only we can do that animals can't do? That's what I want to
take
know.
care of pig, but pig cannot take care.
What is that?
You can take care of pig, but pig cannot take care.
Pig will not waste its time like this. We don't need to take care of pigs. Pig doesn't need to take care of humans.
They live in present and we think about future and right.
It sounds very heavy that I've picked up because we are talking about independence, but I'm trying to put a foundation before we get there. On what way? If we are taking at least 90 seconds till now trying to understand what we are better than animals, then I'm sorry that we have not started our human life. Because all we are doing is these 4 activities. Sophisticated way. What are the 4 activities? Ahara, Nidra, protection, Bhaya, Maithunam. We're all doing these 4 things. Starting from Bill Gates to Lakshman Reddy here, or your own name. You can keep it there. What is that one thing that only humans can do?
Relationship,
Relationship?
relations, human relations. We value that more.
You think animals don't value relationships?
Behavior.
Dogs, if you look at
Animals value relationships keeping aside their egos.
Culture.
We can't value relationship keeping aside our egos. Should I give an example?
Cunning, sir.
You will be nice with only with people who are nice with you.
Sir, cunning, sir.
Fox is also there.
We save our heritage. Sanatana Dharma or that heritage is
Oh.
being spread and saved.
Yeah.
Animals don't do that.
Save our heritage. Okay. Yeah. So it's part of. Thank you. We save our heritage. But what is that heritage? What is that heritage that we're trying to save? What is that heritage you're trying to save? That I wear clothes like this? Is that my heritage?
Culture, tradition,
Huh?
Behavior.
tradition.
They also have behavior. Monkey always jumps from branch to branch. We're also jumping from
living way.
job to job. Yeah, go ahead.
Heritage means living way.
The way you live. Okay, so we're coming to culture. That's what I told you. So that's what I'm trying to come to. Okay, this can go on for a long time. Vedavyasa is told. We can't understand, so he has told. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunam cha samanya vedat pashubi naranam dharmehi eko adhiko vishesho dharmehi hina pashubi saman. The person who doesn't understand what is dharma is equal to an animal. There is no difference between animal and human. A person can call himself a human only if he understands what is dharma. No, what is dharma? Sir, I am a Muslim, my dharma is this. Sir, I am a Christian, my dharma is this. Sir, I am a Hindu, my dharma is this. I am sorry, dharma textbook doesn't have any religion name there. It's got nothing to do with any religion. And what is religion, by the way? Religion is a way to connect to God. A way to connect to God, a template that you follow to connect to God. Somebody does like this, somebody does like this, somebody does like this, I don't know what all they do. Somebody does like this to connect to God. Whatever they do, right? That's a template. Religion gives templates to connect with God. So keep aside religion. So what is dharma? Simple words. Dharma means duty. Dharma means duty. What is your duty when you come to this workplace? To work. To work. That is our duty, isn't it? What is that work? What you are given. Right? If all of you come and clean this table every day and say that I'm doing my work, will we pay them? No. You are meant to do some work here. Is that true? You get paid for the work that you are meant to do here. What you choose to do is not work. What you are given is work. Of course, what you can also add value is also work. Right? So, dharma means duty. So, what is the duty? What is the duty? What is the duty that is eternal? Eternal means it doesn't have a beginning or end. And we add one more word to it. Eternal in Sanskrit is also called Sanatan. Right? Eternal means Sanatan, which doesn't have a beginning, which doesn't have an end. Doesn't have a beginning. Sir, my book was 15-year-old, my book was 1500 years old, my book was 1 lakh years, so I am the oldest. No, I am sorry. There is no beginning. Sanatan Dharma means eternal duty. Eternal duty. Right? So what is that eternal duty? How do you understand that? I'm coming back to independence. I'm just creating all this form because at the end of it, I say what is independence, you will understand. That's the easiest thing to tell. So what is that eternal duty? How do you find out your eternal duty? Eternal duty means unchanging duty. It doesn't change by time. You have to do that. Okay. What is the Sanatan Dharma eternal duty of fire? Fire is there. What is the Sanatan Dharma of fire?
Burn things.
Heat.
Heat.
Byproduct is light. Is that true? Can you change the Sanatan Dharma of fire? Can you change? You put heat, it should become cold or something. Can you change? You can't change. Okay. What is the Sanatan Dharma of sugar?
Sweet. Sweetness.
Sweetness. You can't change the Sanatan Dharma of sugar. Are you understanding what is the meaning of Sanatan Dharma? Eternal duty. Eternal. Can you all say? Eternal
Duties.
duty. I don't want you to forget this because today there are a lot of debates saving Sanatan Dharma, but people don't know what is Sanatan Dharma. Right? There are a lot of politicians getting their posts or getting rid of their posts talking about Sanatan Dharma. People are fighting in the name of Sanatan, but they don't know what is Sanatan Dharma. What is Sanatan Dharma? Eternal
Duties.
duties. If fire's eternal duty is heat, if sugar's eternal duty is sweet, what is your eternal duty? What is the duty when you do that, you will be happy? What is the duty? You tell me. You will answer it today. I am not going to tell the answer. What is the duty when you do, you will be happy?
Something with freedom.
Something to do with freedom. Yes, you have to be free.
Live the life what you're responsible for.
Live the life what you're responsible for. Okay? That can be different for many. I'm talking about eternal duty. Right? Something that's your nature.
Humanity, with the humans and connected with humanity.
Humanity means, does humanity mean saving humans? Living with humans?
Be like a human.
Or be like a human? We are coming back to the same thing. So how are you a human? You have to prove now. How are you not an animal? Right? Going back to the basics. So how do you know what is your eternal duty? A very important question. Is that an important question or no?
You have to read Vedas to know what is it.
Yeah, but somebody has to tell. Somebody from the Vedas, Sarvasya Chaham Riti Sanniveshto, Matta Smriti Jnanam Apohanam Cha, Vedescha Sarver Ahameva Vedyo, Vedanta Krit Veda Vityavicha. Lord Krishna is telling in 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I am that Veda. I have written the Vedas. I have given the Vedas. Learn it. Sir, Vedas is a textbook, sir. Anybody can write. I know Sanskrit, you know English. Can we write Vedas? Come on, why can't you write? Let me ask that question. There are good people who can talk in English. I think I know a little Sanskrit also. I can also write Vedas. Why can't anybody of us write Vedas?
We can write, but we cannot implement in reality.
We can write, but you can't implement. So if you implement, is that Vedas?
It is not like that.
The person who created can only write.
Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Dharma is written by Bhagwan, nobody else. Nobody can write it. You know why? Because we are not everybody's well-wisher. We are not everybody's well-wisher. Can you claim sitting here that I am the well-wisher of the whole planet? You cannot. Can you write something that benefits all? You cannot. You can try. Somewhere, someplace you are distracting somebody. You are implementing what you like to do. There is an ulterior motive in whatever you do. What is the difference between God and, if you believe in God, that divinity, what is the difference between him and you or us? He is a well-wisher of
Everybody.
not person, people, humans,
Everybody.
everybody. I'm not a well-wisher of everybody. So when he writes Vedas, he gives Vedas. Vedas is nothing but a manual. When you buy a mobile phone, you get a manual inside how to use the mobile phone. Vedas is a how to use your life. What is your Sanatan Dharma is mentioned there. But it is not like you have to follow a book. The beauty of Vedas is you can experience it and you can realize it. You're not depending on a book alone. Right? You're not depending on a book. Sir, that book says, no, I'm sorry, that's not Vedas. Vedas say so, but you'll also experience it. Coming back to the question, what is your eternal duty that will keep you happy? Just introspect for 1 minute. Go deep. Because if you understand this, you'll become independent. And today is Independence Day. What is that one thing when you do, you become happy?
Live for yourself.
Live for yourself. Okay? Nice, but what does it mean? You don't want to live for anybody?
That's again doesn't come under independence.
Yeah. Don't worry. Independence is yes, I am free. But let me come back to the basic thing. What makes you happy? What makes anyone happy? How many would want to eat cake? Lift your hand. Cake. Any flavor. I'm not telling any flavor. Cake. Okay. How many would buy a cake, bring it here and just eat the whole thing yourself? Can you imagine doing that? రేపు పొద్దున్న లేచి మొత్తం కేక్ తినేస్తాను. Have you thought about it like that? Naturally, do you think like that? When a birthday comes, do you want to eat your cake or do you want everyone to eat your cake?
Everybody.
Is it natural? I'm speaking in something unnatural. What makes your mother happy? Let us go one step different. What makes your mother happy? When she cooks and eats herself or when she cooks for you?
And she cooks for us.
Fundamentally, we are agreeing on this. Huh? What makes your father happy?
See.
When he spends and goes to Dubai or when he spends and buys something for you?
When we spend it.
Both, but deep inside, what makes him happy? When he takes you also to Dubai. Is that true? Right? Who wants to be the richest person on the planet? I want to be. What is the harm? I want to be. But what if you are the only one on the planet? You are the richest person on the planet, but you are the only one on the planet. Does it make any sense? No. It's very simple to understand that we are all connected. And unless we serve, we can't be happy. You understand? Unless we serve. Serve somebody. Somebody you have to serve. Your children you have to serve. Or your parents you have to serve. Right? Or somebody you love, you want to serve. If you don't serve, you can't be happy. It's not possible. You can introspect on this, maybe during the weekend. Come back to me on Monday and tell me, sir, I can be happy without serving. Come back to me. I challenge. Somewhere, somebody, if not anybody, you are serving a dog. But you are serving. You are serving somebody to be happy. And that is your Sanatan Dharma. You understand? You have to serve somebody. Employer is serving his employees, but he's thinking that employees are working for me. But actually, employer is working for the employees. You are taking the dog out for shit, but who is taking and who is pulling, you think? Who is serving whom? You are serving the dog. Right? A parent thinks that my children are my property, but actually he is serving the family. And he is finding happiness there only. Deep inside, if you go, you are happy only when you serve. And that's what even Shastra says. Right? That's what even Vedas say. And you can realize that when you actually introspect into this. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaje aityaki aprahihata yayatma suprasidati. It's a beautiful verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Puran. It says, what does it mean? Savai pumsam paro dharmo. Paro dharmo. Duty. Dharma means duty. Paro dharma means highest duty. Are you all able to follow me so far? Highest duty. Everybody has a duty. Husband duty, wife duty, dog duty, boss duty, software duty, hardware duty. Right? Many duties are there. Are all these duties important? Yes. Yes. You should do your doctor duty, engineer duty. Right? Every duty is important. But there is a one more higher duty. Savai pumsam paro dharma. Highest duty is to understand who am I and to connect with my source. And to connect with my source. That is also the highest duty. To connect with the divinity. To connect with the divinity within us. Which is what we call as soul, Atma. To understand we are the Atma, not this body. You understanding? Self-realization. To understand I am this Atma, I am not this body. How many of you think that you are this body? Tell me. If you are really this body, then why are you living? Anyway, it's deteriorating, right? How many ever hair dyes you put? You know what you are. Right? In front of you, so many people are dying. So definitely you are not this body. And all religions have accepted, at least on this one aspect, that we are not this body. There is something beyond this body. Somebody calls it spirit, Buddhism calls it mind, Sanatana Dharma calls it Atma, right? There is something beyond this body. Huh? But we are limited in this body. We are limited. Can you all fly? Chalo, 1, 2, 3, fly. Can you all stop becoming old?
No.
Can you all go into the water and do whatever you want for how long? Don't you think you are shackled? The beauty of the shackle is you won't see that you are shackled. You're saying, I am free now. I am free now. No, you're not free. You're shackled within a thing called body. Right? You're shackled. And real independence is to understand that we are not this body. And how will you experience that independence is when you perform your Sanatana Dharma. There is a process, there is a goal, there is an environment. Right? You have to experience that you're not this body in your daily life. And that means leading a spiritual life. Leading a spiritual life means you have to realize that I'm not this body. I'm something beyond this body. I'm something beyond this body. Right? And everybody, see, a lot of people say, after you die, you will go there. Who will go there? You are already dead here. Isn't it? After you go, there's something happening after I die. What is that? Any religion. Buddhism, Zoroastrianism, Jainism, Hinduism, Islamism, or whatever ism. Everybody is saying, after you die, you'll go somewhere. Who is going? So everybody is agreeing on soul? Yes or no? If there is no soul, there is no religion. Agree? Definitely you are not this body. So there is something beyond. Are you leading a life thinking that something beyond, or are you leading a life thinking that I am this body? Because animal thinks that it's body only. That is the difference between animal and human. Animal thinks I am this body. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maitram. Animal thinks that I am this body only. If being humans, we are leading a life like animals, then you will think that you are animal only. But you think that I am being human. Sometimes I see if somebody putting t-shirt, being human. Right? Being human means you are not this body. You might look beautiful today. You might look horrible tomorrow. This body is not in your hands. Tomorrow morning, one mark will come like this, white color mark. I'll go to a dermatologist. People will see that. I'll apply leave. I'll work from home. How long? How long can you hide? This body is going to show up its true nature because it's temporary. When a vehicle that takes dead bodies, that vehicle plays some mantras, I don't know how many of you have heard that. Bhagavad Gita mantras they play. Vasam sijirnani yatha vihaya navani granati naroparani tatha shirirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyani navani de. It is a lepan, petted. Let the dead body go. Nobody's hearing to that mantra. What is that mantra telling? Vasam sijirnani. It is saying that a soul leaves its body just like you leave your old clothes. But don't be worried, you are going to get new clothes. And this cycle of leaving old clothes and taking new clothes is happening forever. Right? Beautiful mantras. They actually have a lot of meaning. When you understand this, you'll understand that you're not this body, you are the soul. And when you think like a soul, you become fearless. When you think like a body, you become fearful. Right? Simple. When you know that you are eternal, won't you become very fearless? You become fearless. Nobody can kill me. You can kill my body. You can't kill me. Right?
Lakshman, then what is the purpose of body? Why God gave you?
That's a very good question. So what is the purpose of a body? To make you understand that you are a soul. What is the purpose of a bridge? What is the purpose of Durgam Cheru bridge? Tell me. What is the purpose? To go from point A to point B. Is that true?
Yes.
To go from B to D. Birth to death. To go from point A to point B. What do you need to cross the bridge? A vehicle. Isn't it? This body is a vehicle. This is also told in 18th chapter. Yantra. Lord Krishna says this is yantra. Yantra means machine. This machine will help you to go from point A to point B. That's all this machine is. And do what? While you go from point A to point B, what are you supposed to do?
Duty.
Decide what will you do after you go to point B. Right? At least prepare yourself to reach that point B. After going to point B, you already gone to point B. Now what? If you are intelligent, you will go from there out or you will come back again. Point A to point B. How many of you think a person going on Durgam Cheru from point A to point B to point A, point A to point B, point B to point A is an intelligent person? Huh?
Or maybe the person doesn't know what is the destiny or where to go. So that's
Exactly,
why-
but he is going from point A to point B. See, if somebody is going in a car, like a BMW car, somebody is going in a BMW car from point A to point B, and you go and stop him and say, "Sir, I am seeing you since morning, sir. You are going from point A to. Hey, what is your problem? I am going right. Sir, but why are you going, sir? Sir, I am seeing 10 o'clock you started. It's already 1 o'clock. 3 hours you are going from point A to point B. Sir, you are coming. Boss, I have driving license, okay? Sir, you have driving license, sir. Boss, this is my vehicle only. What is your problem? Sir, I know, sir, it's your vehicle only. You have driving license also, sir. But, sir, why are you... I am following speed limit also. What do you call such a person? In your own language. Idiot. That's what you call. Why are you going? ఎందుకు పోతున్నావు? Right? Why are you going? You have some purpose, right? This is going. I know you are following rules also. Constitution you are following. Huh? I know you are not doing harm to anyone. You are going in your lane. You are going in your lane. You are also following. You also have a pass. You also have a license. You also have fuel. There is fuel also. You are also following speed limit. I am doing Satyanavratam. I am going to temple. I am coming to office. I am having children. I am also taking home loan, clearing the home loan, leaving some for my children. I am also. Why? Why are you doing? What is the purpose? I am being good to my neighbor. That's okay, sir. I am being good to my car fellow beside me on the bridge. I am good to my neighbor. Why are you going on the bridge? Are you understanding? Are you able to contemplate what I am asking? ఏం చేస్తున్నావు? क्या कर रहे हो? किधर जा रहे हो? Sir, don't ask this thing, sir. Don't ask this thing, sir. I'm living the way I want to live. This is freedom for me. Is that freedom? You are going from point A to point B, point B to point A, point B to point B. This question, there is only one country that can answer to the whole world, and that is India. Western civilization only tells how to go smoothly from A to B, B to A. use artificial intelligence or use intelligence or no intelligence. It will tell you how to lead a life comfortably. But India can tell why to lead a life. Scientists can tell you how planet is rotating. But Vedas tell you why planet is rotating. Are you all following? All your material education will tell you how to lead a life. But Vedic education will tell you why to lead a life. Right? So intelligence. Your real freedom is when you start the journey of a soul. Until then you are in illusion. We want to live in illusion. Right? And that is the knowledge that our freedom fighters wanted to protect. That is they wanted independence. Because that knowledge was being removed. You all following? What were they trying to protect? Not the tract of land. They were trying to protect the culture. Culture includes three things. We'll end with this. Guys, culture includes three things. Goal, environment, process. Sounds like a management lesson, isn't it? No. Everything from Vedas comes to the management. Culture includes three things. Just because I'm wearing this clothes or not wearing any clothes doesn't make me cultured or uncultured. Culture includes three things. Can you all repeat? Culture includes three things.
Goals.
Number one,
Goal.
goals. Number two, environment. Number three, process. What is the goal of a human existence? Is to connect with divinity, to understand that I am the soul, I am not this body. That is the goal. Let's keep the goal. Now you all understand what is the goal? To follow my Sanatan Dharma is to serve whom? To serve God and everybody who is connected to God. That is my Sanatan Dharma. And that is when I'll find happiness. So goal is clear. I know it's not clear, but for now, in the given time, to serve is your goal. Understand that. To God, serving God is your goal. Now, what is the beauty of India? Do you see environment around? Conducive to do that, achieve that goal? Do you see environment around? What is that environment you see?
Agriculture.
Temples are there. Isn't it? It's a good environment, right? When you have temples, you go outside and suddenly you hear God's names. Somebody is chanting, right? You are hearing everybody's names. What are everybody's names? Relevant to God's name. They have a meaning to the name. We are not at least born in a country where our name doesn't have a meaning. Whenever I think of Lakshman, what do I relate to? A servant of God, servant of Ram. Isn't it? What is the meaning of Venkateshwara?
Lord Vishnu.
The one who cuts all the sins. Venkateshwara, the one who cuts the sins. Right? What is the meaning of Narayana?
Lord Vishnu.
Narayana, the one who gives shelter to Nara, all the living entities. Nara, Ayana. Ayana means house. So every name that you have around you, if I open a telephone directory in India, Krishna Reddy, Ramurthy, Shiva Prasad, Durga Prasad, all these names are what? When I remember your name, what do I remember?
God.
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 Right? I am chanting the name of God without even my knowledge. Isn't it? Now, if that is the environment, so you have a nice temples around, you have books around, you have everything around, this is your environment. What is the process? Do we have a process? Yes, we have a process. Go and hear about God. Hearing about God. Go and read about God. Reading about God. Right? What are the process here? Discussing about God, like what we are doing right now. Taking an opportunity, discussing about God. Right? This is also a process. Or worshipping God. Keeping your hands like this or keeping your hands like this. Same way, worshipping God. Remembering God. Singing bhajans of God. Right? These are all what process. So you have an environment. You have a process to achieve a goal. And when these three things come together, it's called culture. Problem today is nobody is told what is the goal. Nobody told us, sir, we did Vrat in the house, we did Homam in the house. Why? Nobody knows the goal. You're all following the process. Process you are following. We are following. Environment we are seeing around, but we don't know what is the goal. A goalless culture means meaningless. It's like, you put pads to me, put a glove to me, put a helmet to me, right? And make all, pitch ready in front of me. And I'm wondering, what are you going to do with me? What is the goal of all this?
To play cricket.
To play cricket, isn't it? Nobody is telling me that I have to play cricket. He's just putting the pad to me, putting this to me, putting that to me. Nobody is telling what is the goal of all this. Understanding? Our freedom fighters gave their life to protect the culture of this country. And culture includes 3 things: environment, process. They are trying to protect the environment. Let us protect the environment. Let us not destroy the environment. Because if environment is gone, you have the goal and process, but environment is not proper. Can you practice? Can you practice spiritual life or any? You can't. You need an environment also. Okay, you have environment and goal, but there is no process. You don't know how to. Can you practice? No. I have environment and process, but I don't know what is the goal. Can you practice, or what will you practice? Right? So, independence is to understand that I am the soul, I'm not this body, and I'm trying to follow a process to achieve the goal of connecting with divinity. That is independence. Right? If you're not doing that, then these independence days will come and go. There is no difference between a dog in a street thinking the street is mine. हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? गली का कुत्ता. Right? A Somalian thinking Somalia is great. An Indian thinking India is great. A dog thinking my street is great. There is no difference. Very strong sentence I'm saying. But actually there is no difference. If you're only attached to the tract of land, there is no difference. But if you understand the purpose of that land, then there is a difference. What am I protecting? Right? Unfortunately, that knowledge is not passed down. Unfortunately, we are so unfortunate that knowledge has not been, because whatever happened in the last 100 plus years, right? The spirituality has been killed and butchered. And what is remaining right now? Environment, little bit of process here and there. We can see the goal is lost. So, on this Independence Day, I request every one of you to become happy in life. But you'll become happy in life only when you perform your Sanatan Dharma. And the Sanatan Dharma is to connect and serve everybody and also God. For that, you have to follow a process. Book is there, gurus are there, more than intelligence. God given intelligence is there. Apply that. Rise above the consciousness of an animal, which only deals with 4 things: Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maituna. Rise above this and become independent. Right? This can go on for hours and hours. What I gave you is a summary of a book. When you go to a book, right, you have the index in the beginning, right? Chapter 1, chapter. I just told the index to you. Individually, each one of the chapter can be dived, and you can go into the depth and understand, and then you will actually understand what is life and what does independence mean. I think it took a little more time than what I was given within the quota. Any questions? We'll take 1 or 2 questions. But before that, Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day.
Thank you. If I was too harsh, forgive me. But this is what Vedavyas told. I didn't tell any of this. I didn't make these verses. And there are many more to learn. Yeah. You want to be independent or no? Then I independent. So start your independent life.
Maybe we need to understand 2 definition or meaning of independence. What we think and what actually
What actually is independence you need to. Okay. So do what you're doing. Independence Day, spirituality doesn't say that you should stop working. Spirituality doesn't say that you should go to Himalayas. Spirituality doesn't say that you should become old to start practice of it. No. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you can practice spiritual life. In any religion you belong, you can practice spiritual life. Because religion is what? A template. A template. That's all it is. Right? Template to connect. Right? But spirituality is something very, very high. A consciousness. Okay. So I'm sure you all have plans for the Saturday and Sunday. And some of you may not come on Monday. So, or you might have a plan for a long weekend. So wherever you're going, think about what you heard today. Just think about it. Because knowledge comes when you contemplate, not when you hear. Contemplation means to think about what you heard. Go back and think, what did he tell? Why was he telling? The moment you go outside, look at a dog. Just stare at the dog and think, what is the difference between you and me? Then you'll understand the difference. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Happy game. I spoke for 40 minutes. I'm sorry.
So how many of you are ready